things should be in proper order now. Let me get into two. Pero, stop it's not a top speed. More of a top test. Power. Right. Gonna have to slow down.
Today I'm gonna talk about why 150cc are the best class of motorcycles here in the Philippines. It is self-explanatory, pero I will dive into technical details, so stick around. Pilipinas, Pearl of the Orient, Magellan's trophy of discovery, pero umuwi with his head on the pike. Philippine geography is quite extraordinary. Para itong malaking biskwit na nag-crack sa maraming peraso. But enough of geography, let's focus on the topic. Firstly, hindi mo kailangan maging rocket scientist para malaman na kung bakit ang 150cc class ay ang best. But I will delve into technical details, especially if you are shopping for a new bike, but still nag-iisip kung kukuha ka ba ng expressway legal bike or just get the top of the class 150. Back in the 60s to the 90s, it's okay to have a big bike dahil malawak pa ang kalsada, hindi pa overpopulated ang metropolitan area, hindi traffic, walang kamote at hindi pa uso ang K-pop. But today, ang traffic ngayon ay sobrang lala dahil walang urban planning. Nagsikip na ang public road dahil ginawa ng parking area. Low down payments sa sasakyan na nag-cause ng boom ng sales in exchange of congested road. Dumami ang kamote, mga politician na walang kwenta, si Greg na palaban, you name it. If you bring a little bike or middleweight sa rush hour, parusa ang gagawin mo. Isusumpa mo na hindi ka na dapat bumili ng motor dahil mas maigi pang nagbisikleta na lang. Reason number 1, lightness. Ito ay magaan at madaling dalhin sa traffic. Most 150cc bikes and scooters weighs less than 130 kilograms. Unlike yung mga bigger bike, hindi ka na makikipag-wrestling sa bike whenever trying to squeeze into emerging traffic, madaling ipasok at madaling lumabas. At hindi masusunog ang binti mo dahil sa pag-stop and go, buga lagi ng radiator. If you are using an underbone motorcycle, then your abilities to squeeze is maximized given sa narrow shape niya. Para ka lang nagbibisikleta sa sobrang gaan, and pag may nakita kang big bike, pretty much maiinggit yun sa'yo. Scooters can get nearly everywhere and traverse traffic with comfort. Pag nasa gridlock ka, mag-center stand ka muna, maglaro ka muna ng Mobile Legends, and pretty much maiinggit mo lahat ng naka-big bike kahit naka R1200 GS pa yan. Pag backbones naman, mag-iingat ka lang dahil sometimes mawawala ka sa balance and might tip over kapag bigla mong piniga yung preno on a turn. You still get lightness but still needs work on squeezing on traffic. Once mamaster mo ang backbone and you get to know the bike well, you'll be comfortable enough to handle it without any issues. Reason number 2, fuel efficiency. This is pretty much self-explanatory, but I will give technical details to it. Manufacturers will claim a good fuel consumption ratio sa mga middleweight bikes nila, but that is under controlled testing. If you drive a middleweight bike sa open highway, then it will give you a good fuel mileage than an average car. If nakatira ka sa provincial area where traffic is case-to-case basis, then a big bike is still good enough. But if you live and travel only sa Metro Manila, then it is unadvisable. Most of the time, you will be encountering traffic, stop and go and stop and go. Nasasayang ang gas, and an average 650 will eventually get 18 to 22 kilometers to the liter. Still, it is good than a car, but an average 150cc on heavy traffic can beat it twice, 40 kilometers per liter on an average fuel-injected modern 150cc. Sing it all day and still magaan sa bulsa. If you use anything lower than 150cc, then you can get more. If mayaman ka, then this reason is an exemption. Reason number 3. Affordable cost of ownership. Have you ever asked a big bike owner how much it costs to maintain even a simple service? BMW Motorrad Philippines charges their customer for 5,400 pesos for a simple service with a BMW G310R and GS every 5,000 kilometers. 5,400 pesos para sa simpleng change oil and konting piga at kalikot sa brakes and check lights. It's nearly the same as servicing a Mitsubishi Montero. You can do it yourself naman, but if you do not avail their manufacturer service, then it will void the incredible 2-year bike warranty. Kawasaki Philippines charges their customers 3,200 pesos for their big bike service every 3,000 kilometers. That includes change oil and other kalikot and piga to test everything. But if you are using a 150cc motorcycle, then ang 500 pesos mo ay sapat na for the service to any manufacturer for every 3,000 kilometers. 500 pesos or more, depending on the bike that includes oil and all the other things. May pang merienda ka pa, ganong kalaki ang agwat. That's how affordable to maintain a 150cc motorcycle, and you can still invest more on other maintenance items and protective gear and accessories. Of course, if mayaman ka and have money to burn, then this is another exemption. Reason number 4. Reasonable power. If you own a big bike and live in the metro or in the countryside, if you find yourself always cruising on speeds of 40 to 70, then sayang ang power mo and fuel efficiency. If you have no plans to go any faster than 80 kph or 5% lang ang chances mo na dumaan sa expressway, then much better na kumuha ka na lang ng 150cc. Dahil in the long run, you'll always encounter traffic, affects your fuel, and bumibigat ang cost of ownership mo. A 150cc can do what you want it to do and still be efficient and cost effective. If you buy anything lower than a 150cc, like a 125 perhaps, mabibitin ka sa power, especially pag ikaw ay mabigat na tao, lalo't may angkas ka pa. You'll feel that the bike will have an asthma attack dahil nahihirapan itong umangon sa uphill. A 150cc is balanced enough to take the load and still be efficient. May power when you need it, especially on the weekends, and efficiency if you are easy on the throttle. It's the Goldilocks zone of everyday motoring in short. And lastly, reason number 5, flexibility. Ang Pilipinas ay yari sa maraming isla, and you need to hop one island to another whenever going for an adventure. If you buy a 650cc or a little bike, you'll imagine yourself as touring the whole island fast and venturing off-road and all. Pero in reality, most of the time ay nasa traffic ka. Ginagamit sa pangpasok and just cruising around 80 kilometers an hour or less. Expressways are just located in central Luzon, and if you go far north or far south, you'll eventually still be wandering sa service road, and adventure is about knowing places and discovering the local area, not cruising on straight expressways. Even four-wheeled vehicles will still end up to service roads when they reach the end of the line, or if you cross Visayas and Mindanao regions, so still may encounter mo rin ang problema ng traffic, fuel efficiency, cost of ownership at the end of the day. This gets worse if madalang ka lang talaga dumaan sa expressway or even not at all. Another thing is if naka-encounter ka ng financial problem, a 150cc bike can be liquidated or sold easily. Unlike pag naka-big bike ka, baka mabigyan ka pa ng lower price than the market value, lalo na kapag binebenta mo ito ng rush. Reason number 5 can be an exception if you're simply ready to spend more to have a luxurious and comfortable bike, as most premium and sophisticated parts are only designed for bigger bikes and has not yet wandered to small displacement bikes. If you ask me, I would buy a BMW 150cc GS or a Ducati Multistrada 150 with a twin counterbalance engine, traction control, ABS, connectivity system, adjustable suspension, and soft comfy seat system. But that is just my wet dreams. Those are the reason why 150cc is still the best, regardless if it's a supermoto, enduro, scooter, backbone, sport touring, naked, you name it. Thank you for watching, and please do like and subscribe to my channel for more content every week. Cheers.